When the time comes to vote, what issue will be the deciding factor for you? If you go by recent polls, there's a good chance immigration makes the list. And this week, we're bringing you perspectives that go beyond the border, how immigration is impacting our food supply, and what November election results could mean to those closest to the issue.
Were you ever scared you were going to get deported?
Every day. Every day.
This is The Race.
When I say we're going to talk about immigration this week, you might think that we would come here to the southern border, but in fact, we are more than 1,200 miles away from there. We've come to Seattle because we're talking about DACA. That is the federal program that offers some temporary protections to young people who are undocumented, and we're on our way to go meet with an attorney who deals with a lot of DACA cases, but to him, the uncertainty around the future of this program is personal.
So my other mail, but so this, because you're not allowed cameras at the Supreme Court, but so whoever was the sketch artist there sketched me. That's supposed to be me with my apparently thick eyebrows.
It may be stashed behind plants and papers in his office, but make no mistake about what this painting means to Luis Cortez Romero.
It's an honor of a lifetime. You know, it's an honor of a lifetime for sure.
This was 2017, when Luis was part of the legal team that successfully defended DACA at the Supreme Court when the Trump administration tried to end the program. The more than 500,000 DACA recipients he says he was fighting for includes himself.
So I was born in Mexico, and then I was brought to the United States when I was about 1 year old, 1 or 2 years old. My memory of Mexico really comes from photos of when I was there, like being baptized, and that's basically it, right? And so I have no memory of what it's like there. I grew up in California, so I really consider myself a Californian.
Even though he was brought to this country before he could walk, his parents, who were undocumented, did it illegally. In the eyes of the government, he too is undocumented.
Were you ever scared you were going to get deported?
Every day. Every day.
DACA recipients need to meet specific requirements, like entering the U.S. before their 16th birthday, but not turning 31 before the program started in 2012. They need to have completed high school or have their GED and have no serious criminal convictions.
DACA really only gives you a work permit, and it's a promise by the government that says that so long as you play by the rules and don't get into any trouble, you're allowed to stay here, but it doesn't give you, it's not citizenship, right? It's not legal permanent residency or green card, and it's not, so we don't have the ability to vote, and we don't have the ability to have kind of, or to hold like a office or anything like that.
DACA allowed Luis to pass the bar. He's now a partner at his own immigration law firm.
It took this weight off my shoulders that I didn't really realize was there until it was gone.
But it's relief with an expiration date. Every 2 years, he needs to reapply to be able to stay in the U.S. legally.
Again, I remember getting a notice like this with the 2-year increments. I was like, oh, yes.
And you still get that? I mean,
yes. I just renewed it in May. So my 2-year lease in America is at least valid for another 2 years.
The program doesn't offer a pathway to citizenship.
We don't know what's going to happen. And it kind of reverts back to, well, what is our life going to look like 5 years from now? I don't know, man. I'm trying to look at 2 years from now.
Critics of the program say DACA encourages illegal immigration and was created illegally by President Obama in 2012 when he did it without congressional approval.
The other thing that people don't understand is that there is no line to get into. There's a lot of questions about, like, well, why don't you just like apply? And I can guarantee you that no one wants to live like this. If there was a way to apply, we would have applied.
But perhaps the ultimate question for Luis and his clients who are also DACA recipients is what the reality would be if the program went away.
And then there's the other extreme of it is, you know, are my clients going to get deported and me with them? And, you know, it's a very real, but very sobering conversation that I have to have with them.
En Oaxaca es un lugar bien pobre, no había mucha cosa de comer porque no hay dinero, allá no hay trabajo y pues allá sembraba milpa y pues quelite. No hay otra cosa que nosotros comemos más que eso. Yo era una niña y pues no teníamos mucha ropa ni zapatos. Ya cuando tenía 14 años y decidí venir aquí porque era muy triste la vida de los niños allá. Yo me viajé con mi hermano. La primera vez que me vine estaba lloviendo mucho, así caminábamos con lodo y con la ropa bien mojada, así caminamos y llegamos, ya casi íbamos a llegar donde vamos a agarrar raite para llegar aquí en California, y la migración y nos echó otra vez para atrás y otra vez volvimos a regresar. Miramos al que pasa la gente, dice, en el desierto, y nosotros decidimos venir con él. 50 o 40, sí, éramos muchos. El coyote nos llevó ahí y veníamos ahí en el desierto y caminamos 3 noches y 3 días, y de día descansamos y de noche caminamos, y mucha gente se cansa y se muere ahí en el desierto. Yo miraba pelo de persona y hueso de persona. Sentíamos cansados, con hambre, y pues mucho sed también porque no traíamos mucha agua. Llegamos como a Arizona. De ahí llegó él va a recogernos. Éramos como más de 20 personas que subimos en veníamos encimados, y pues hay gente que sí están más grandes que nosotros y sí pesan, y pues cuando llegamos ahí pues llegamos con mucho dolor de pie que salió como ampolla, como pus así adentro de los pies. Creo que sí era como más de 5 horas. Llegué en Oxnard y de ahí me trajeron para Watsonville. Sentíamos, lo primero era más triste dejar familia como mamá. Es muy triste recordar eso, pero para nosotros era muy difícil salir allá en el pueblo y caminar en el desierto, y pues llegamos allí. Cuando empecé a trabajar pude ayudar a mi mamá, sí le pude enviar un poquito de dinero. Ya tengo como más de 15 años aquí y ya no pude ver a mi mamá y se murió. Ya tiene mucho tiempo que ya no la pude ver y se murió. La esperanza que tengo es que algún día nos den papel y volver a Oaxaca a ver a mi papá, porque mi papá todavía está vivo. Esa es la esperanza que yo tengo, es mi esperanza. Mi nombre es Alma y soy campesina.
I'm Thomas Oppo, and there's a food shortage crisis and an agriculture labor crisis. How immigrants can be the key to solving that problem.